Good Tuesday morning. It's the 4th of August, 2020. That means it's the first Tuesday of the month, which means that this afternoon, my radio show, co-hosted by Kevin Hester from New Zealand, will air on prn.fm. So at 3 p.m. this afternoon, if you go to prn.fm, you'll be able to catch us live. We're having a conversation with Dr. Sid Smith, well known for a couple of presentations in 2018 and 2019 posted on YouTube. Okay, so this morning from Central Florida, I'm going to bring a few headlines as usual and mention what's happening with the stock market as it opens in the United States. First up, from the Center for Public Integrity, McDonald's, Marriott franchises didn't pay COVID-19 sick leave. That was illegal. Well, what a surprise. Again, Wall Street gets away with anything they want, especially if it saves a buck, while people in the streets are getting away with nothing, unemployed, and many people homeless at this point. And that was a focus of yesterday's video, so I encourage you to check that out. From MarketWatch, and a few of these headlines are from yesterday, most of them are from today. And after the market closes, interesting news tends to break. So that's why I'm presenting some from yesterday. From MarketWatch, from yesterday, a record high for the NASDAQ, quote, would all come crashing down, end quote, says Trump in a tweet. Quote, including your jobs, stocks, and 401ks, end quote, if Biden wins presidency. So the distraction and division continues. Whoever gets elected is going to put up with the consequences of abrupt, irreversible climate change, assuming we even have an election in November. Regardless, the politicians, no matter what color tie they wear, are not your friend. From Reuters Business News, early this morning, oil falls as rising virus cases overshadow demand recovery. So that's right, the economy is still crippling along, worse than during the Great Depression, and Wall Street continues to drag in the money. Yet another example, this from Bloomberg. Pandemic workday is 48 minutes longer and has more meetings. So the kind of work you hate to do, you're being forced to do longer so that the folks on Wall Street can continue to rake in a lot of money at your expense. From MarketWatch, Microsoft, Apple Inc. share gains contribute to Dow's nearly 275-point rally. And this is from last night after the markets closed. The markets increased strongly yesterday, including the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. Washington Post from this morning, live updates. Trump turns against Birx as coronavirus cases rise in Midwest. Well, of course, that's all part of the show. To turn against what was until 2 weeks ago the lead doctor, the lead medical doctor as far as Trump was concerned, and now he turns against her. She has become the bad person so that you can look over here instead of looking over here at what's important. Speaking of what's important, from CNN this morning, COVID-19 is more widespread than ever in the United States, but there are some states doing things right because we have to throw in the obligatory hopium at the end to make sure that you know that somebody is in control. It's not you and it's not me, but somebody out there is pulling the strings of empire and making sure that it's all going to be all right. Great headline with a wonderful story that I would encourage you to read from CNBC this morning. This CEO has flown 33 times and spent 160 nights away this year. Here's his safety routine. If you want to stay safe, if you want to keep the people around you safe, if you want to keep the people you don't even know safe when you're going through airports, this guy's been through many airports. He's flown 33 times. He's been at home almost never this year. And he's fine because he has taken safety precautions with incredible diligence. And finally, the saddest headline of the day from San Francisco Chronicles, sfgate.com. 4 bears hit by vehicles, 2 killed in Yosemite National Park. And this is yet another example from among many of the American populace being fed and taking in whole hog the must go faster mentality. You're in a national park and you can't even slow down to look at the bears you came there to see. Instead, you have to rush through and run over them so that it kills them. What is the matter with us people anyway? Okay, as the markets open this morning, 9:33 a.m. here in Central Florida, and the markets are mixed and really not doing much at all. The Dow Jones is up, NASDAQ and S&P 500 are both down. None of the numbers have any significant change compared to yesterday.